life, wisdom.
Hi, Jen Hilman here, and today I am going to show you guys the difference between Cobra pose and upward facing dog. So these are actually two very different poses that work really similar groups of muscles. But it is important to know the difference because as a yoga teacher, I see people trying to combine these two poses in a way that's not really safe for your low back or for your upper back. So it's important to understand how these poses work. And just to note, this is really my number one exercise for people that have tension in your upper back and shoulders. If you have rounded shoulders, hunched back, tight pecs, this is the best exercise you can do to really build the strength in the muscles in your upper back while stretching open the muscles in your chest, helping you to develop the strength you need for upright posture. So go ahead and roll out your mat and let's get started. I'll start by showing this kind of combo pose that I see people do a lot. It's something like this. This is nothing. This is not Cobra pose, and this is not upward facing dog. This is actually a danger for your low back. This is like low back pain waiting to happen. So don't worry about the need to straighten your elbows, and especially if you have a really flexible low back. You want to let your belly stay connected to the earth so we can really start to isolate the strength of your upper back during this exercise. So we'll start by looking at Cobra pose. Bhujangasana is the name. So you'll start by placing your hands right alongside your chest underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingertips wide so you have a lot of surface area underneath your hands and you can really grip your hands down into your mat. Now your elbows will point up towards the ceiling like little cricket legs, and you'll want to hug your arms close by your rib cage so your arms are very strong as they're hugging in by your body. Now firm up your legs close together so you really squeeze your legs together and press the tops of your feet into the floor so much that your knees start to lift up so your legs are very powerful and help support you here. Then I like to instruct my students to get this upper back strength by first lifting your shoulders up towards the ceiling. So it's almost as if your shoulders could come in line with your elbows. And then you'll feel the skin between your shoulder blades start to wrinkle up on your back. So that's a good sign that you're starting to get your shoulder blades moving together, finding that connection in your upper back. So you'll keep your shoulders lifted, hugging your shoulder blades in towards your spine, then using the strength of your upper back only, you start to peel your chest up away from the floor. So this is kind of a low cobra right here, a little baby cobra. And this is good for most people. You're gonna feel a lot of strength and activation in your upper back. So that's really where you wanna work. If you're getting that strong upper back sensation, then you're doing it right. So you really wanna keep working that. Get your shoulder blades together and peel your chest open continuously, moving your shoulders away from your ears. So what can happen sometimes here is this, your shoulders come up to your ears and your neck disappears. So this is kind of like a turtle, but you want to move your shoulders away from your ears so your neck is like a giraffe, really long and lengthening out from your shoulders. So you feel a big difference here. So we'll go ahead and come down and give yourself a moment to rest. You can turn one ear down to the floor and just let your arms relax by your side. Taking a moment here to take a couple of deep breaths, just letting yourself relax. So this Cobra pose, honestly, It's enough of a strengthener, it's enough of a back workout that you can practice Cobra forever and ever, and you will never cease to get the benefit of strengthening your upper back and stretching the muscles in the front of your chest. So there's really not much need to go beyond that. However, if you're a more advanced practitioner or you're starting to work with upward facing dog, then we'll take a look at the body mechanics of how that pose works. So moving into upward facing dog, it's called Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. It's a big fancy name for a pretty fancy pose. So you'll start out much in the same way with your hands planted and your shoulder blades lifted, so you really find that strength in your upper back. Now, I like to tuck my toes underneath me here because I'm actually going to shift forward as I start to curl my heart up. I'm going to come forward back to the tops of my feet so my heart comes in front of my arms. And again, my shoulder blades are squeezing like crazy onto my back. And my thighs and knees lift up off the floor. So it's just the tops of my feet and my hands that are pressing into the earth. So it's very strong in the upper back, very strong in your hands, and strong in your legs. So just coming down for a rest. We can try that one again. So it's important that if you're doing this upward facing dog, that your thighs come off the floor. Because if your thighs and your hips stay down on the floor, even if you're peeling your heart open, when you start to straighten your elbows, then you're getting too much compression in your low back. And that's when you're going to start to feel low back pain, discomfort, tension, all these things we don't want. We're trying to reverse that by strengthening your upper back. So even if you have to keep your elbows bent slightly and you come up higher, then this is maybe a bigger Cobra pose, still reaching your heart forward. Then as you're ready to move into that upward facing dog, you've really got to shift your heart forward to straighten through your elbows, peeling your chest open, lifting through your thighs, really pressing your hands into the earth. And again, turn your ear to the side. Let your hands relax down by your side, taking a moment to breathe. Just let your spine reset. You can kind of wiggle your hips from side to side, releasing any pressure in your low back. And we'll take a look at these poses one more time, just to be sure you've really got it in your body. So starting with your Cobra pose, plant your hands firmly on your mat, lift through your kneecaps by pressing the tops of your feet down into your mat. Lift your shoulders up towards the ceiling, finding that strength and power in your upper back, right between your shoulder blades. And then as you're ready, start to peel your heart up away from the floor by using the strength of your upper back so much that you could even lift your hands away from the mat, because you're not putting weight into your hands, but really working into the strength of your upper back to lift your heart up. And preparing for an upward facing dog, if your body is ready for that variation, you'll start much in the same way. I've got my toes tucked underneath me so that I can press myself forward as I come up. So I lift my shoulders away from the floor, start to scoop my heart forward as I lift my chest. Now I'm going to start to straighten my elbows and push forward. So I really lift up, lifting through my thighs, lifting through my chest, continuing to reach my heart open. And I'm not locking out my elbows. There's still a little bend in my elbows, so there's some buoyancy there, some lift. And I'll gently come all the way back down. Take another moment to rest. So you're welcome to take this time to rest as long as you need, just letting your spine kind of settle and just feel any residual tingling in your body and your upper back from really feeling that strength. This is such a powerful, powerful practice for relieving tension in your upper back and helping to give you the strength and support you need to have strong, healthy posture throughout your day and throughout your life. So favorite this video, really, like practice this as much as you can. If you can take 10 minutes out of your day and practice this one pose every single day, you will notice tremendous relief in your upper back tension. Beyond that, give me a call and come get a massage. You can visit my website, jenhilman.com, to learn more about my practice and find contact information for me. And go ahead and subscribe to our Psyche Truth channel. That way you can get access to my entire library of videos and lots of other yoga and wellness videos that'll be great for your health. And leave me a comment, you guys. Let me know how this practice is going for you. I love getting your feedback. I love hearing how everything's going. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Enjoy your practice and enjoy your body.